This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2020 Palomino Solaire model 320 TSBH. Alright, so to start off with, we have power stabilizer jacks. One switch operates both the rear, and then there's another switch up front that operates both front. Also, this hole you see here, if you look through it, there's a shaft with a pin through it, and there's another one up there. That allows you to crank your slide out manually. If you happen to have a problem with it, it got damaged or whatever, you could still get yourself out of trouble. Also, you can also, with your stabilizers, I'll show you on the off-door side, if you come over here, you can see that you can crank those manually too. That's got the same setup with a pin with a shaft, or a shaft with a pin through it. So those both can be done manually. Your grill hangs right here. Of course, that's an outside shower. There is a quick connect right here, if you can see it, for LP. You got to plug your grill in. That comes with a hose, an LP line, and you can plug it in. See it right there. Okay. This is a cooktop, obviously. So it's you have that. You have to use obviously the special pans with it. Maybe sometimes they come with a universal plate that you set on there, but I'm not sure about this one. I'm sure you probably know more about that than I do anyway. That's your grill. It doesn't store there obviously, but that's just where they're sitting till the demo right now. And of course your refrigerator turns on. The one outside turns on as soon as you plug in the trailer. Got a power awning with LED. You have TV out here, power, and a half of a rack to bracket to hang the TV on. Okay. Now the black tank flushes over here. The black tank flush cleans out the black tank. The black tank, of course, is toilet water and waste. So when you dump it, the valves are on the other side, but when you dump the black tank, you can bring the hose from the dump station over to here, screw it on there, turn it on, and it'll spray out the inside of the black tank. Just make sure you have the valve open on the black tank before you turn it on. That's what it says right here. Okay. This is your water heater. I just want to show you it works on gas and electric, but in order to run the electric, there's a rocker switch down here at the lower left-hand corner. You want to turn that to on position, and that activates the heating element, the electric heating element that's behind that cover. So the other switches are inside, but I just want to show you that one's right there. Never run it without water in it ever, or you'll damage it. This is the drain right here, if you can see it. The drain plug, it's 1 1/16". 6-point socket will do it. And there's an anode rod on the back that's about probably 8 inches long. Okay, and that's the release valve. Never drain the water or release the pressure with hot water in it, of course. All right, you got outdoor speakers. This is the vent for your range hood. Now there's a baffle inside there. You have to stand on something, at least I do, and you can just grab it with your finger, pluck it open, and it'll flap freely. So when you're venting, you want to flap freely. All other times you keep it shut. All right. Another, let me look through there. Yep, another one right there. So anyway, your stairs fold into the trailer, and you can adjust the length of the legs to the terrain by just pulling these pins. There's one on each side, and you can adjust the legs accordingly. All right. This port is just in case you wanted to get a solar battery charger, just to charge your battery. That's where you'd hook it up. Of course, your front stabilizers, and you can crank this manually also. Okay. Your power tongue jack can also be cranked manually. You would just pull this plug out and use a 3/4 inch socket with an electric drill, and you can move it up and down to get you hooked and unhooked in an emergency. Okay. Two LP tanks full with an automatic changeover regulator. You have a deep cycle marine battery right there. Okay. Let me come through here. That's your storage. Okay, so this is a 50 amp system, so you have a 50 amp power cord, 30 feet long, and then you have the reducers to reduce it down as needed. Your black tank valve is right there. There's another one to the back, if you see it way back there, a gray tank. Let's see. So you always want to dump the black first to, because it's the dirtiest of water. don't forget what I told you about the flush on the other side of the trailer, okay? This is the city water right here. Let me put this cap on here. This is the city water on the bottom. Come on now, you can do it. Okay, the city water down here, so you just basically, if you got city water, you just put it on there, turn it on, and the trailer's all ready to go. Now if you go into a campsite that does not have plumbing on the campsite, you can fill this tank and use the onboard pump to pump water. So if you go to an older state park where they've got a fill station, for example, when you first go through the door, or through the gate I should say, you would fill it right there, okay? And these are just cable and satellite through. 3 slide outs. Okay, so this housing is telling us that it's pre-wired for a backup camera, just so you know. It's we sell them here. You can get them elsewhere, wherever you get it. If you're going to get one, just remember that it has to be the camera that fits that housing. And also, just so you know, when you turn on your running lights, that activates the camera. So you can use it to back up and or to keep you look behind you when you're going down the road. Also, while we're looking up, I need to tell you that the manufacturers suggest that you inspect your roof every 90 days. So you figure in the spring, middle of the summer, and in the fall, go up there or have somebody else go up there. You can walk up there no problem. Check all the sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation. Check the vent covers, make sure they're not damaged by low branches, or the roofing material's not damaged by low branches, that sort of thing. Just give it an inspection. If you see an issue, get it taken care of immediately. That's an important part of owning a trailer, is inspecting the seals. People don't do it enough, but it's really important, okay? So you have your slide rooms here, all 3 of them here. This is your power awning here. Just remember, don't leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. Your water pump, and to light the water heater on gas right there. Okay, and then you can check your batteries charged. Fresh water's got a 1/3 in it. Black water, they're still testing this, so we're still working on it. I believe you only have 2 gray tanks in this one, so I think. But you can see there's different, he's still testing it. So as it graduates up in 1/3 increments, these light up, of course. Once you get past 2/3, you got to think about dumping the black in the gray tank. These are just lights here, okay? All right. Your thermostat is very simple. The bottom bar is just a mode bar, so you hit it to light it up, and then you just scroll through the options. Always try to run like the air conditioner on auto, okay? And the fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. Basically it just circulates air, but always try to run that on auto too if you can. It's much better. Okay, so this is your sound here. So you can play CDs and DVDs right here, of course. You can get a USB right there to stream off of. It's got Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly with your phone or your tablet, whatever. And the radio in it, you can set this, set it presets just like you can any other radio. You have 2 speaker zones, zone 1 and zone 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. And of course it all is all hooked together with your TV. So that's good. Let me look back here for you. So, let me see if you can see this here. Try to get it back here, excuse me. You can see that's your signal booster. You see how it's red? It should be red. There's a button right next to it that'll shut it off. But if you're getting, signals from the antenna, you want that booster on or you won't get a good picture. Okay. Refrigerator is a 12-volt compressor refrigerator. Make sure it's latched when you're traveling. Your range, you spark to light it. Let me see if he's got the gas turned on here. I don't believe it does. Anyways, obviously it doesn't. But when you turn it on, and you turn this right to the right to ignite it like that, you spark it. They'll each light, and also with the oven. Let me make sure down here. Okay. So the oven, you have to light it on pilot light, and you're just going to depress it and light it. And then once it's lit, you hold it in for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up, and then you're all set. You go to operating temperature. But when you shut it off, the pilot light goes out along with the flame. So, okay? All right. That's your range hood right there that I told you about. Remember I mentioned on the vent on the outside you want to open the baffle if you're venting. Air conditioner. Your microwave works like any other microwave, of course. This device down here is the power converter. It converts 12 volt or 110 AC to 12 volt DC, so it has regular labeled circuit breakers in there, 110 AC. Then it converts the power to 12 volt DC. It's got 12 volt fuses and they're all labeled. Also, this is a battery tender, so it'll keep your battery charged as long as you're plugged in. Okay. This device down here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If it goes off, it's either detected either LP or carbon monoxide, so you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front and figure out what's going on, okay? Alright, so let me see what else we've got here. Your table obviously turns into a bed by pulling the posts out. You got 2 theater seats. Nice. Okay, the sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The thing, if you haven't, maybe you've owned an RV and you know all this. I don't really know how much, what your knowledge of is, but this is the flush pedal, of course, and you have to have water in the black tank when you start using it. So when you get to the campground, for example, that's the black tank right down there. So when you get to the campground, you're going to hook up your water and your power. You'll come in here and you'll step on this. Water will come swirling out because you're hooked up to water. And you'll put about a gallon or so of water in there, plus you'll put your dose of your chemical in there. And you're all set till the next time you dump it. If you're going to use it again after you dump it, then you repeat that procedure. About a gallon of water, and you put your chemical in. Always run the fan with the shower to pull the humidity out. These trailers are built very tight compared to what they used to be anyway. So you want to draw that out. So you got 3 bunks here. And a TV entertainment area, so it's nice. This obviously the top one folds up. You can turn this into different configurations down here. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go up front. Okay. So you got storage underneath your bed. This behind this door you can it's storage, but you can use it as pre-plumbed for a washer and dryer. Okay, you have TV hookups here and a backer plate, so you can put a TV up here. The emergency window, you're just going to operate it like this. You push it all the way through, then you would grab hold of the red tab, pull it out, and you can exit that way in an emergency. Okay. Alright, I think I've covered it all. Let me look around real quick here. I think I've got it though. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And please remember what I told you about inspecting the seals on your roof, and just inspect it in general. That's very important, okay? Thank you very much.